Every year, CIM puts on an annual convention. So all of the big players in the mining industry attend this convention. Direct Impact Media has been engaged to take care of some important parts of this show. Primarily the overall stage management and production management for the show. We also put together all of the graphics, we create the opening video, and we manage all of the script process. So with all of those elements that we're responsible for, we have a big role in the success of the show.
We're staging the event at the Vancouver Convention Centre West Ballrooms, which is the biggest ballroom in Vancouver. It probably has more of every element than any other show, right? You pick a department and it's at its maximum capacity on CIM. I think we're up to about 3 53-foot tractor trailers of equipment that's going to be used to install this show for all those departments. And to set up and dismantle that, we're up to a crew of about 28 technicians. In terms of getting all this equipment ready, we have one day to do that. We're going to load in Sunday morning, and by Sunday evening we have to be ready for rehearsals the next morning.
We've got the leaders in the mining industry in this room, so the stakes are pretty high, and we need to make sure it goes off really well.
You have the chance that if something goes wrong, that those mistakes could be amplified. People are going to know you've done a good job, or they're going to know you've done a poor job, for sure.
We've got a big challenge ahead of us, but I'm confident it's going to be fantastic. Any show is all about planning. You can't execute a good show unless you've laid out some pretty good plans ahead of time. It starts months in advance with planning out the budget, but we plan out every aspect of it. We're not leaving anything to chance. And that's the important thing about a show. You don't want to wing it on show day. You want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and who's going to do it.
Photo JPEG or H.264 for that?
Well, with any show this size, we always partner with AV Strategies. AV Strategies is a staging company that does all of the audiovisual work and the sound and all the lighting for the show. Their role is really critical.
How are we going to do this? I don't know where there's a place to get on the stage.
I rely on AV Strategies to put together a really fantastic technical drawing so that we can ensure ahead of time that everything is being developed to fit. It requires a lot of rigging to make sure that all of the lights and the projectors and everything can be flown properly. You can't leave it to chance. Yes, we have Firewatch from 4 to 8.
Oh, perfect, okay.
We're doing quite a complicated set projection this year. We are projecting digital images on real structures. The imagery needs to fit those structures perfectly, or the error would be pretty obvious. Right now I just have a test pattern up to try and make sure I'm filling all of the flats. And then we always want to build in redundancy, so if there was any kind of equipment failure, we could seamlessly transition to the backup. So we're not just trying to get the one system working, we're trying to get the backup system working and lined up as well.
AV Strategies is the best group of audiovisual providers in the country.
It's not just me, but my whole team know that as soon as Bruce and his team are involved, that everything is going to be at a high quality in terms of we're going to have the information we need to do our jobs properly.
I think it's going to look fantastic. When that set goes up, it's going to look amazing.
He understands enough about our business that he can give us what we need, but also give us some room to spread our wings and do our jobs and do it our own way as well. Walking in the day of the show at 11 in the morning and getting ready for sound check and everything's ready and everything's in its place, I really take pride in that and enjoy seeing the level that we can produce things at. It has a kind of an epic gala feeling that some of our other business does, and it's why I look forward to executing CIM.
See, this is the voice of God, Al Murdoch.
Hi.
There is no one with bigger pipes than this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so with him on board and everybody else on the crew, I think we're going to be in good shape.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our show is about to begin.
When the lights go down and the show begins, I guess I'm always really anxious until we get through those first few cues.
I can tell a lot about how a show is going to go by how the first few cues get executed. I kind of feel like we're at the top of the big hill, right? And we got the boulder, and once you start the show, it's like off it goes. And I like that moment because I'll often say on comm, push the boulder.
Once the boulder's rolling, you know that all of the planning and all of the things you've done to make sure it's going to be successful, that's when the payoff happens. And you see things happen on the stage, and you see how the MC is being received by the audience, and you hear the laughs. You know, that's the part that's satisfying. And there's always some things that are going to be left to chance that we don't have control over. So we're always making changes to the graphics and to the script and to all of those kinds of things to adapt to information that we're just finding out. When you can make those changes and to be able to have that come across seamlessly to the audience, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from doing that. We get through the award show and everything's gone really well. The next thing is the entertainment.
Basically, you set them free for that 30 minutes that they have in the schedule, and you're trying your best to, give them all they need to make that go well.
You're always anxious about that because you don't know how well that's going to be perceived by the audience. He hit the stage, and by the second or third song, he just had them. He was amazing and did a fantastic job, and the audience just loved him.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Merci. À bientôt.
Although we are not the people executing the technical part of the fireworks, we're the ones playing the music. We're part of the 3, 2, 1, go cue.
When we give the cue to start the fireworks, the music starts, and I see those first couple of fireworks go off and they're timed perfectly to the music, it's a huge relief to me, and it's a huge sense of a job well done. You know, there's nothing like that when you think, okay, that was the last really important cue of the whole show, and I know that it's all been very successful.
Everything went well, everything's smooth, and we're here at the bottom of the hill with the boulder, ready to push it back up the hill for the next show. I enjoy that the show is good, and I take pride in the show being good, but I enjoy and take more pride in seeing the team of people that I've worked with for this many years work at a high level and enjoy it in a stress-free environment.
This show was a real example of a show that was done well, it was planned well, it was executed well. To be able to go up to your teammates, your crew members, thank them, I love that moment. I love that feeling that we've accomplished something together and that we've made all those people in the room really happy.